All right, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about understanding how to flip through the strategies and just kind of going through the overview of what they mean. So as you can see, we still have our long here. This is the one that I was playing with the defaults. I'm going to go ahead and just flip this one back over to a short, and we will start with this top one here. So whenever you have the two and you're trying to deal with strategies or statistics, I do highly recommend that you do press this eyeball. When it's spinning like this, that means that it's thinking. So let's just give it a quick second. There you go. Now we'll mute that. So let's go into here. And we touched on this briefly before, but we do offer strategies in here. We have some more that we are pushing out. So always look for the different strategies that are coming through. Different strategies work in different markets, guys. You know, if you're pumping in a market like a bull market, you know, you may want to do something like more moving average or even the trend finder is okay, you know, because it's finding those trends, right? RSI is pretty good. It's usually pretty consistent in every market. Support and resistance is better when it's ranging. So I'll give you an example. If you look at trend finder and you look at moving average, right, you're going to look at the profits are going to be pretty decent, right, as far as on this smaller style account. But if you go into something like support and resistance, it may not be so good right now. Well, the reason why is because this is just back testing data, guys. If you were to pull, let's say, the 4-hour time frame, do you think that this is a very good condition for support and resistance? No, we're trending up, right, and in a big way. So it's not going to perform as well running a support and resistance one. Whereas if you were to start a support and resistance one in something like this, even though the back testing could not look good, it could be amazing, right? But the back testing, remember, is going to go back as many days. Like this one is a lot of days, right? Because you're on the 4-hour. But if you go back to the 1 minute, it still goes back 19 days, which, you know, we did get caught into some of those pumps within 19 days. So just keep that in mind. You know, don't always look at just the raw data. Really play with and understand, you know, the techniques that you're using through the strategies, you know, and that's why we specifically kind of put the names. If you're familiar with like ATR, Golden Death Cross, you know, then you can always use that as far as you know, kind of understanding what they do, right? Now, if you are looking for a little more of a detailed explanation on what they do, we do have a section that is talks about maximizing profits and such. That just goes a little deeper into the strategies. I will also copy that and paste that into the text below this video. So if you hit the little more button, you'll see all that. It'll outline at least what every strategy is, kind of what it's looking for, and then you can make an informed decision. I will tell you, when I'm choosing through my strategies, I am not just strictly looking for money. I want to see, okay, right, if I were to, if you can't see it, you can always mute those up. If I want to, oh, I muted it up actually, so I took out the gear there. Okay, so if I leave these open, we'll just have to work through this. So the profit's great, but what I'm looking for is it getting stuck? Let's look at the trades, right? 71. How many times did it DCA? How long? How many days, right? Those are things I'm looking for. Then I want to zoom out and I want to check it. You know, don't be afraid to look at the trades, right? I mean, how deep is it getting, right? A little bit deep, but the DCAs are good. Like, guys, we're almost out in profit, right? And it's only done two DCAs. It got stuck pretty good right here, but it did really well in a down market. Look at all these longs that it took that it got out, even in a downtrend. In an uptrend, it absolutely crushed it. I mean, this one, look at it, phenomenal wins, right? And you can just keep continuing to go through the back test. So, you know, don't be afraid to look at the data. If you see it getting stuck regularly or doing a lot of DCA2s, a lot of DCA3s, it might show a big profit because you're doing a lot of DCA2 and 3s, right? So your volume's higher, but it may not be the best as far as safer because you might get caught, right? So just keep that in mind. Again, profits are huge. You know, this one took a wick loss somewhere. Not a stop loss, just means that it possibly closed at a loss with a wick that moved really fast. But it's got a lot of trades, you know. And then you may get another strategy like, I know, the Golden Cross. It's a little bit slower. It's not going to trade as much, right? I think the ATR actually is even less. But see, look at this, 34 trades. It has 11 DCAs. It only got stuck once, so it's not too bad. It doesn't trade all the time, but it didn't really get stuck a lot. So let's see where it got stuck, right? We can look through because this looks pretty good so far. I mean, look at this phenomenal DCA, right? So it looks pretty good, looks pretty good. You know, for a slow and steady kind of wins the race, a little safer trading, it might be your style, right? So got out right before the drop, perfect. You know, it's really not a bad strategy. And so when you first look at this, you think, holy cow, 36 bucks, like no way, I'm out, right? But look at, I mean, this, it doesn't trade as much, but they're safer, right? And they have some really crazy good wins like TP3, like TP4, you know, you got TP1. I mean, just really cool. So this might be a good strategy if you're looking for something a little safer, right? So just keep that in mind when you're choosing your strategies. It's not always just cut and dry about the profit. I hope the descriptions down below help you guys out as far as what the strategies do, and be open to the fact that a strategy for a long might not be the best strategy for a short. So treat each direction, each coin independently. When you're trading BTC versus LTC or ETH, they all might work better on certain strategies. So don't think, oh, moving average is the best one, I'm using it for everything. It might not be the case. If you want to maximize your profits, put some time into understanding the strategy and understanding, the key factors that you're going to look for to maximize the profits through that strategy. So I hope that helps you guys choose your strategies. And again, look down below at the text. I'll have a list of just kind of outlining what some of the stuff that strategy looks for. And I hope that helps you make informed decisions on using your strategies. And again, if you do have questions, reach out to the community, support at botjock.com. We are always here for you to help.